And so today I have my friend Colleen Sullivan.
Hey, 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 everyone. Thanks so
And
much, Dawn, for having me on.
thank you so much for taking the time to come on here. So I love hearing you talk, and I highly respect you and your story and your testimony. So I'm so thankful for you for coming on today. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions, and we can just kind of just go with the flow and go from there. So the first question I have for you is, tell me one way that your mental wellness has improved.
Great. Yeah, thanks so much, Dawn, for having me on, because I think the more we share our stories, the more people that can resonate with them and really shed hope and light that there are solutions out there that can help us the way we feel, the way we perform. So my story kind of encompasses my whole family. Years ago, I studied with chronic stress, being a single parent, advocating for a child with ADHD when there was really no solutions out there, no tools. And that added another layer of stress to my life, because I was in search of solutions for him, solutions that would help him.
Yeah.
And we were taken down a road that, was really a huge struggle for us. And I know there's a lot of families out there that are struggling with the same thing.
Absolutely.
So I have kind of an underlying anxiety condition. So tapped in with that stress, it was, at any moment, I was kind of one of those moms that would just kind of explode. And not that I wanted to, because being a mom is like what I'm here for.
Yeah.
And, we want the best for our kids, but when they're struggling, the whole family struggles. And that was the case for my family. And I was thinking I did everything right. I was doing everything right. I was, looking at my nutrition. I was exercising. I was, living a healthy lifestyle. But yet I was feeling off. I was feeling, stressed and on edge and kind of triggered by those little things. And there are always little things that maybe one of my kids did, and then it would come out in a way that I was not proud of. I look back at those times and I think to myself, wow, things could have been a lot different. They could have been handled a lot different. And hey, I'm not here to kind of go down that road and shame anyone or guilt anyone, because we don't know what we know until we know it, right?
Right.
And that was the case for us, going down this road of just trial and error and trying to find solutions. And like I said, I was a yoga instructor, and I can come back to one moment where it really came full circle for me. I was in the studio teaching and talking with a couple students afterwards. And my daughter was there with me today, my non-ADHD child. And often I have my kids in the studio taking practices. I instilled that in them. So I was one of those moms doing all the right things. And my student asked me, "Are you always this zen?" And she kind of said it that way. "Are you always this zen, Colleen?" And I kind of took a breath, and I looked at my daughter, and we both kind of looked at each other, and I was like, no, I'm not. And I didn't answer the question. I actually froze, and I thought, no, I'm not always zen off my mat. And the joke in my house was, how can I practice yoga 24/7? Because that's when I felt that ease, that pause. And what I now know, that's stress resilience.
Right.
Like, we can get it for a period of time when we're on our mat, breathing and focusing on the present moment, but take it off the mat. And when you don't have the tools, when you are not equipped with the right tools, you don't have that stress resilience. And that was the number one thing missing for me, before I came across the solution that really gives us those tools.
Right. So I love that, the comparison of you talking about on the mat versus off the mat. I don't practice yoga regularly, and I've always said I need yoga. And I don't think that I was in a place where I could settle down. I could even settle down and do yoga.
Well, Dawn, that's, we are coming to find out that this mental fitness piece, this missing link is, I would always share with my students, feel this or feel that, or experience this while you're in this pose. But if your mind is not there, if your mind doesn't have that space, you're not going to feel that. You're still going to be uptight. You're still going to be edgy. You're still going to be stressed. And it's almost going to be like you're forcing your body to do that. We can get a lot of our tools from our breath, and I'm not going to go down the path of being a yoga instructor.
Yeah.
But there's other tools out there that we also need to incorporate into our lifestyle. And this supplementation piece of healing the gut brain axis has been the missing link for not only me as a mom, but both my kids. So not only my ADHD kid, my son is now off all his ADHD.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Off all his meds and thriving in and out of the classroom. So he recently graduated with his highest GPA ever while on this solution. He was always struggling through school. And I know so many families out there that have kids that are struggling through school, whether they have a diagnosis or not, right?
Right.
So my daughter is on the other spectrum, who is, a high achiever, but has the stress. So this has given her the tool to not be so high, so stressed during school. She can calmly achieve what she's doing. So she's noticed a huge, huge difference.
Yeah. So I just love I can relate to so much of what you've said. Our family is very similar. And so you just touched on so much, and a lot of the reasons why I love the solution and love this amazing mental wellness company. So one more question I want to ask you. Yeah. So besides like the solution and what these, the products and things have done for your family, what's another reason why you love this mental wellness company?
I love the mission that they are on. And it's been a mission of mine for quite some time, even before I found this company, is to help others live more optimally. I mean, it came out of my yoga teaching, always, striving to help my students better their lives. And so this is just yet another tool that I've added to my mission of helping other families thrive, not just get by. I mean, I was one of those that we were just getting by. We were going day to day. How do you just get through the day? Right. And, as your kids grow, it gets easier, but the problems can get bigger.
Right.
But, I am 100% committed to this mission of helping other families find safer solutions, finding the tools that will equip them to handle the pressures of everyday life. I mean, we're all under the pressures of, uncertainty, stresses, whether it's job, family, kids, life. And there's a better way of, tackling life. So it's not such a hurdle. It can be more of an enjoyment. So I love what this company stands behind. It's a movement of helping people just live better.
Yeah, I totally agree, and love that. It's so much more than, it's a company, right? And there's the opportunity to maybe have financial freedom one day, but it's so much more than that. And exactly to what you said, it is a mission and a movement and something that nobody else has. And we get to be in front of that and help others. And so truly we have a wonderful opportunity of just serving and loving on people.
I love the impact that we can have, Dawn. Like the real impact of, fundamentally changing how people are living their lives, right?
Right.
Not in, kind of going from that survival mode into, I love the word thriving, because I think that has such huge connotation of hope, light, living better, living more optimally. And that goes from our kids all the way up to, moms, dads,
Right, right. Oh, it's so true. Well, Colleen, thank you so much for taking the time. I love everything about what you said and just the way you said it. So I really appreciate you coming on here and sharing your story and sharing your passion and your love for this company. So thanks again. And Facebook friends, if you're watching, we'd love to know that. If you want to drop a comment below, if you have any questions, we'd love to know those as well. So please drop those below, or you can PM me directly. And thank you for watching.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye.